Holy moly, stop the presses. It's a new installment of HellfireComms in 2016, what you may have missed. April decided to be the show-off month, and started not 1, not 2, but 3 playthroughs. Throw in some new Spot of PC episodes, a movie com, and the end of a playthrough started in March, and you've got yourselves a pretty stacked schedule. Thankfully, I can talk fast, so this won't take too long. Let's get to it. This is what you may have missed in April. First up was the conclusion of the Misadventures of Tronbonne. This, much like with Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, was another cancelled LP that we were really excited to bring back and finish for you guys. And between Snake's excellent gameplay and the banter between Snake, Volk and myself, I think we did a pretty good job overall, especially for it being Snake's first HFC playthrough. Not much else to say here, it's finally completed. Rest easy playthrough, rest easy. Next up, the new content. In April, we decided to check out Yuji Naka's oft-delayed baby, Rodea the Sky Soldier. Part Nights into Dreams, part Sonic the Hedgehog, and all fancy, this was another X-Gamer Richie project in which I just happened to be there and introduced the parts. I'm joking, of course, I also did the outros. An interesting factoid about this particular playthrough is that, due to the controls of the 3DS version of the game, I was literally locked out of completing Rodea, so from a certain point of the playthrough onwards, I was just as much in the dark as some of you would have been watching this. Really, the only thing stopping me from labelling each part as a reaction instead of a playthrough is a supreme bout of stubbornness and OCD, so I just want to give myself a little pat on the back for being able to overcome that particular hurdle. Go me. Rodea, much like another playthrough that started this month, won't actually be finishing in April, so stick around, there's plenty more to see here. The second playthrough of the month was a quirky 2D platformer from the Mega Drive era that Helldragon and myself had been meaning to get to for a number of years now. I am of course talking about the electrifying hero Pulseman. A pretty short series overall, though it's Mega Man meets Sparkster, so that was to be expected really. Personally, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. It had a surprisingly high level of energy, which is pretty rare for a dullard like me, though Game Freak was involved, so, you know, I do love me some Game Freak shenanigans. I guess I was in a particularly good mood the day we recorded the playthrough. What are you gonna do? In any case, this one's complete, so feel free to check it out whenever you like. Lastly, in terms of playthroughs in April, a familiar face returned to the scene so that we could conclude what's come to be known as the Sadness trilogy. That's right, it's Beyond Two Souls with Digital Alchemist. As befits a wonderfully crafted title like B2S, we decide to do this playthrough live-styley, much like how we covered Indigo Prophecy / Fahrenheit and Heavy Rain. At the time of this recap video going live, Beyond Two Souls will only be roughly about halfway to completion, so there's still plenty of cage riffing and QuickTime event hijinks to come. Stay tuned. That's it for playthroughs this month, but what about the Misc content? Well, according to tradition, this is the part where I tell y'all what's going down. I'm beginning to regret writing my own scripts. Ah well, let's take a look. NTom and Volk's Spot of PC dropped another couple of red-hot episodes on y'all this month, with the zany blockbusting game Shatter and the classic RTS that is Command & Conquer Red Alert. I seriously love the OST of Shatter, and Volk loves him some CNC, so between the two of us, the Spot of PC games this month were some really personal picks. We're getting close to the 10th episode now, so keep an eye on this series, there may be some games covered that'll surprise you. On the movie commentary front, we once again put it to an audience vote, and you guys let us know exactly what you wanted to hear from us. It was, of course, Digimon the movie. We had a pretty big cast for this particular commentary, including Digi and Valkyrion from Digital Paradox, and our very own X-Gamer Richie and Volkamar. I was there too, but as we've established, I'm only really there to look pretty and end the proceedings. Seriously though, this was a good one, and we'll most likely be bringing this particular group of commentators back for another audio romp later in the year. Stay tuned. That's your lot for April, folks. Don't worry though, there's still a lot to come this year. In May, you can look forward to the continuation of both Rodea the Sky Soldier and Beyond Two Souls, as well as some live playthroughs of Pokemon Snap, which will feature a new guest co-commentator, and the revived God of War 2 playthrough, this time not only starring Helldragon, but also X-Gamer Richie. Thanks for supporting HellfireComms throughout the first third of the year, y'all. We're having a great time making vids, and judging by the reaction, you guys are really enjoying what we're putting out. Thank you very much. See you next month, same Hellfire time, same Hellfire channel, for another instalment of HellfireComms in 2016, what you may have missed. See you then!